Jellybean Johnson. You all know who he is. We've talked about him this week, and he's here today to talk to us and put some jelly on it.
How y'all doing? Whatever's most comfortable.
Yeah.
How's those shoes? Take out the shoes, y'all.
Wow. And the socks.
And the socks, y'all. Back up. They got bicycles on them.
Okay, first question, Jellybean. Do you ride a bicycle?
I ride a bicycle for 100 minutes a day, every day.
Awesome.
Wow.
On Wednesday, hump day, I call it, it's over 2 hours. You know, I do like 45 minutes in the gym and then two 40-minute rides on the street in my neighborhood.
In your neighborhood?
Yeah.
I ride a bike too, so.
Yeah.
It's the best, isn't it? Did you ride bicycles with Prince?
Nah, I used to play basketball with Prince, but I didn't ride bikes.
Did he beat you or did you beat him?
Well, I was quite taller than him.
We
So
watched.
Leave it at that.
We watched for fun. We watched the Charlie Murphy video
Oh, yeah.
yesterday because we wanted a little levity in this too. And
Yeah,
that was funny.
but Prince could ball. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. He could play. He could really play, but he was just short.
Yeah.
Short people rule the world.
Yeah, they did.
We got a lot of short
Sure.
people here.
Yeah, right. Vertically challenged.
So we had a few questions.
Okay.
What inspired you to be a musician? How old were you when that happened?
Okay. I started when I was beating on pots and pans for like 10, 11, 12. So every Christmas, my mom would get me a drum set, and it would be one of the old paper cheap drum sets, so it'd be tore up by midnight or whatever. So by the time I turned 13, she finally got me a drum set I couldn't break. It was actually an actual drum set. And so I started doing that. I started getting good at it. She put me in lessons, but the only problem with lessons is that they were on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, and after you go to school all week, at 7:30, 8 o'clock, y'all know. Yeah. Saturday, I want to sleep. So, after about 6 months, I said, Mom, I don't want to do lessons no more. I said, plus he wasn't teaching me, he was trying to teach me all this rock and roll crap. I wanted to play James Brown, And so I was listening to all the records. I was listening to James, Tower Power, and all that kind of stuff. So I just started teaching myself. The guitar, when I was 13, my cousin was living with me, and he had a guitar, and he wasn't even paying attention to it. So I took it, and started playing it. And he left it. He finally went back to his home and everything, and he left it. So I started to get good at it. So then after he came to visit, and he saw I was getting good at it, he took it.
Took it back.
So then my mom, God bless her, she got me a guitar, So I started continuing to teach myself on that too. So.
That's great. You had a mom to support you like
Yeah,
that.
she was very supportive, of what I did musically. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
How did you meet Prince?
I met Prince when I was 12 years old. Like I said, we were playing basketball in the driveway. We had rival bands, I had Flight Time, me, Terry Lewis, David Island, all that. And he had Grand Central, which was him and his cousin Chad Smith, and Patricia, one of the Andersons, I forget which one. Linda.
We got historians here.
Yeah. And so we struck up a friendship like that and stuff. So for some reason I was over his house and we were playing basketball outside, And he blew me away anyway because every year back in the days, the Way used to have I don't know, John, you remember the Way over north and stuff. They used to have these festivals.
Andrea told us.
Yeah, they know about it too.
Yeah. And they used to have these festivals. And so one year, with the Flight Time and Grand Central would play. So anyway, one year, I was out there watching Grand Central, and Prince had a little silver tone guitar with a little fuzz box in it and stuff. And they played Santana. He played that shit note for note. He's about 13. And I was just sitting there blown away, like, damn, how is he doing that? And it was just killer, So I knew he was special then, even at 13. I knew he was.
So then how did it come about you being in Purple Rain? What was that like for you?
Wow. Purple Rain, it was kind of difficult for me because, he fired Terry and Jimmy.
Right.
So that was kind of hard because we had spent 2 years building, the time up and stuff, and then, to fire them. So me and Monty Moore quit also. And then I thought about it, I had just got my house and my first kid, my first daughter, Bianca, was born and stuff. And so I couldn't afford not to work and stuff. So he took me back in open arms and stuff. So anyway, then we went into these, he put us through ballet lessons, acting lessons, all that. It was crazy. I'm like pirouetting across the floor.
Oh my God.
Snotty kid-nosed kid from the north side. I heard Wendy talk about that and how funny that was. Yeah. But, and so, we just did that, and then we recruited. We had to get some people to replace Terry Jimmy's. One of them was Paul Peterson. And Paul was 18 years old. So
I went to high school with him.
yeah. So we just, the band changed, but it was cool.
Do you still have any of your outfits from back then?
My one outfit is in the Minnesota Historical thing over in St. Paul. My suit, my silver rock star suit from Purple Rain. It's over there.
Were those all picked out for
it's
you?
Next to Prince, the jacket Prince wore. Mine is sitting right next to it.
Nice.
So,
Did he pick those all up for you, or did you get to do your own creative?
Yeah. He had quite the eye. He had quite the eye for clothes and stuff. But he had his two, and one of them just died recently. Louis Wells, but him and Bond made all those clothes back that you saw. So, even for the family, I had some cool stuff for the family. Jackets that I wish I still had. Yeah.
If you have a favorite, drums, guitar?
My basic answer for that: the drums are physical and violent for me, and they pay the bills, and the guitar is spiritual and emotional. So that's the way I approach it.
I've heard you have a lot of guitars. How many do you have?
I have over 100. Wow.
Do you go to a certain few to play most of the time, or you have some that just to look at?
Well, they all have a story. They all been played out in public or on records or whatever. I grew up, listening to this guy, to Hendrix, and so it basically changed my life when it comes to guitar. So I have everything. I have Flying V's, I have Firebirds, I have Les Pauls, Paul Reeds, Parker Flies. I have Prince Cloud. I have one of his. I kind of want to say it's an addiction, but there's worse addictions. And it's just me and them in the townhouse. So I'm 61, and the kids out the house, so I can, me and them can be there. I don't have any pets, so I ain't got to worry about them pissing on them.
You have one of the Prince's ones that shot out water.
Yeah.
We were just
So I got to
talking
worry
about
about
how
that. You had a cat scratch your guitar, $4,000 guitar, you're gonna be mad, right? Yeah.
Tell us about your current project.
But current, Put Some Jelly on it is, and I'm gonna say this, because like my manager there, Pop by Greer, there's been a lot of people, over the years that wanted me to do it, but see, the only problem was I don't sing. So early on, Terry Lewis told me, babe, you could do an album, you'd be like Quincy Jones, Quincy Jones, the famous producer, used to do albums, and he'd have different people sing,
Yeah.
So he said, Jelly, you could do that kind of stuff. So I thought about it, but back then I always was a team player. I didn't want to be the boss. I didn't want to, I just wanted to play my drums, get paid, and go home. And so now I'm older, and I did a lot of things. I think it's time now to kind of step out. Let's put some jelly on. There's gonna be some more of that, in the future.
Yeah, and you just made a video a week or two ago, right?
Yeah, we just made a video. We still gonna add it. Management's gonna add a couple more things to it, and we're gonna put it out and see what happens.
Next time you make a video, we have some dancers for you here. In this
Well,
video.
where was you? We needed y'all. Couldn't find you.
But you just come to me, I'll get them for you. Their parents will be there to watch. Some of their parents could dance too.
Yeah.
Do you have advice you'd like to give to 13, 14, 15-year-old budding musicians?
Well, my advice is just stick to your guns. This music is healing. Music is great for you. And music keeps you out of trouble. So if you embrace it, it will embrace you. If you embrace it the right way, it will. And I'm not telling you, you're always gonna have chores, you're always gonna have school and all that kind of stuff. But make music your time where you enjoy, you love it so much, you enjoy doing that time. You love doing it, and coming back to it. And that's the way I look at it. When I could get that long time in practice, play the guitar stuff. That was time for me. You know, I know I had to do stuff for my mom. I had to do stuff for this person or my boss at the job, whatever. But when it came time for me, that's, you know, it's a guitar and some drums. Because you always strive to get better. That's the whole thing. You want to get better.
John Bream, I see you sitting there in the back. Do you have any questions?
I have lots of questions, but I'll ask a practical question. So you guys played a lot of basketball. I played basketball. I jam my fingers all the time. As musicians, especially as a guitar player, did you worry about
I worried about that all the time. And so, you know, I played so much in my, you know, as we got rolling good, I stopped playing. Because I couldn't afford, you know, with drums, you got to have all 4 limbs. And I twisted my ankles so bad, man, sometimes, and, you know, jam my fingers. And I can't afford to do that. You know, I just couldn't afford to do it. And trust me, I love basketball. I love the NBA. I love the Warriors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The LeBron James. I love it. But, you know, as far as playing, I don't play too much.
Yeah, because I used to play with a lot of musicians. And
Yeah.
one time, you know Matt Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah. He jammed his fingers so bad, he couldn't play guitar. He had to tape them together. So he switched to drums for
Yeah.
a few weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you're going to miss out on your gig.
When we're in flight time, we used, you know, we're in the health club. We used to play against the Timberwolves, Vikings, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, Chris Carter, man. Chris Carter was like Michael Jordan. And he would get on you. He would cuss you out if you didn't play, you know, hard and stuff. So, you know, I've seen it up close. Chris Dolan, you know, you be on the court with these guys. I mean, these are pros. These are professionals. And so you got to hold your own, otherwise they're going to embarrass you. They just are. Yeah. So.
Plus, you were famous, too.
Looks like the kids have some questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it like, or what is it like filming music videos?
It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna tell you. The original time did a video called Jerk Out that cost $250,000 to make, and we were literally up 2 days, you know, straight. You know, we were up. We were filming. There's scenes at dusk. There's scenes at us at midnight in a long limousine and stuff. And it's a lot of work. And then like the family Screams of Passion, that took like a day and a half. Prince, you know, was honest about that. We were down in Malibu on the beach, and you know, and filming these scenes as hot as you know, and it's just a lot of work. And it's a lot of tape. Then you be quiet because they're doing something. You don't know what they're doing, but you know, tape. Then you go, then there's makeup. You know, they make you up and everything. So it's a lot of work. But it's fun. Don't get me wrong. They're a necessity for sure, especially for your project. Yeah.
When you're writing music, what do you do if you like have a creative block?
I step away from it for a minute and just relax and think about things and try to, you know, get past it. That's always going to happen. You know, that's when you do get a creative rush, that's when you really, you know, try to get it all out there. Because the blocks are coming. They are going to come. And you just got to be good enough to get past it, you know, and believe in what you're doing.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
People know you for the drums mostly, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you meet a lot of fans that are surprised that you play guitar?
Not so much now, but back in the day, you know, I was sharing with John and stuff back there at the lunch and stuff. My first guitar solo was on Innocent for Alexander O'Neill. And a lot of people thought it was Jesse Johnson, you know, so.
Wow.
And then I did a solo on Janet's first album, You Could Be Mine and stuff. And I remember I was sitting at the Orange Bowl with Chris, and you know, he said, baby, he said, so that's you on Innocent, huh? I said, yeah, you know, I'm like, where else? I'm gonna get cussed out or something. He said, yeah, I knew that was you. And he just kind of smirked, and you know, because he's getting ready to go in front of 55,000 people, you know, and we were just sitting backstage chilling, you know.
The reason I asked is because the other night you were in a zone or something, and I see why it's so emotional for you. You could just see it and feel it when you were playing, especially when you and Jimmy Bayard did that thing. Oh, it was awesome. And so I posted it, and I had a ton of people going, he's the drummer. I'm like, but you see him playing the guitar, right? And they loved it.
Yeah, a few people the other night just told me, at the end of the show we played Maggot Brain, Funkadelic. And
I know,
that's really,
yeah.
that's Eddie Hazel. And I grew up loving Eddie Hazel, you know, so.
It was
Michael Hampton.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
Why'd you choose your name? Like, how did you
It wasn't, I didn't choose it, it was chose for me.
Yeah.
But how did it become a name?
When Flight Time was a band, we were 15 years old, we were down, y'all are too young to know, we were playing at a club called a Flame Bar. We used to be on Nicholas, John knows. And we were in there and, it was like 7 nights a week. We were like 16, 17 years old. We really ain't supposed to be in there, but, we shouldn't be in it.
Right.
Could have went to jail for that. But anyway.
It was a
So anyway, we was in there, about 4 or 5 people watching us, and we, we wasn't really being ourselves. I mean, that was a great band. We were really good at that age, but we was just messing around. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody here. So anyway, we got the end of the night and stuff, and our trumpet player said, "Damn, we sounded really bad tonight." We sounded like a bunch of jelly beans. He said, then he looked at me and said, Jellybean Johnson. And so the band fell out and stuff. So anyway, I didn't think that. I just laughed a long time. So anyway, the next day he comes, he has a T-shirt, and it says Jellybean on it. And it's a vulture and stuff, and Jellybean Johnson.
Right.
And so I've been Jellybean Johnson ever since. Another story too, I'll tell you about Prince. Back in the day, Madonna had a boyfriend named Jellybean Benitez, and so we're doing Purple Rain, and he saw my name and stuff. So he called PRN and asked Prince, could I change my name? Now, anybody that knows Prince, no, that wasn't gonna fly.
Right.
So he basically told me to get off the phone and don't call here no more. He's not changing his name. He's Jellybean Johnson. You're Jellybean Benitez. So then, ironically, a few years later, I'm at the Grammys, and he comes up to me. He's short too, like Prince. And I'm sorry that I didn't mean nothing. I said, man, it's fine. It's fine. So, but yeah, that's how I got it.
Cool.
All right, well, let's, Pete.
One more question. Pete, I always wanted to ask you, on controversy, you remember the Zapp went on second, right?
Yeah.
Roger and Zapp.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel like they caused you to, I know Prince was like, you guys better smoke these fools.
Yeah. And we had our times with Zapp.
Do you feel like Zapp really gave you guys a run for the money or caused you to step your game up?
Well, we was always cutting heads anyway because we was mad at Prince half the time, so we had to, so we always had. But there was one particular member, and God rest his soul, Larry, that he hated us, and so one time he came in our dressing room and he was talking smack. So Jerome literally picked him up and took him out our dressing room. He removed him out of our face. Like, don't come in here talking that stuff. He got mad because he caught Morris and Jesse looking at his girlfriend on the side stage. And he didn't like that, And we're young and cocky and cute, so we did not care. And Prince knew we was crazy. He knew it. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Willie, you tell us what we're doing now.
All right, cool. So,
Thank you.
thank you, Jellybean.